Good YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on air. And we're going to talk about how the New York Knicks beat the San Antonio Spurs 114 to 89. The Knicks go to 39 and 22 and 23 and 8 at home. They was at home in this game. The Spurs go to 43 and 17 and 22 and 11 on the road. Season series is tied 1-1 between both of these teams. The Spurs ended up losing the first quarter 22 to 21. They lost the second quarter 29 to 20. They also lost the third quarter 29 to 28, and then they lost the fourth quarter 34 to 20. They just had a tough time guarding the Knicks and actually scoring on the Knicks too. So they couldn't take care of the ball and they couldn't make a lot of shots in this one. It seemed like they wanted and kept trying to make runs, but they could never really put it fully together. And then the Knicks just kept scoring the basketball and playing with confidence, and they ended up just blowing the Spurs out. And the 11-game win streak is over for the Spurs. And it sucks if you're a Spurs fan, but you knew it was going to come to an end eventually. And it sucks to be the Knicks, a team that you really wanted to beat today. But Julian Champagnie, he made a three. And then he finished 1 of 3 from 3, 1 of 4 from the field for 3 points in 24 minutes. He did have 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, still in the block. He had 2 personal fouls and was a minus 20 and plus minus. Obviously, he's a 3-and-D guy for them at that forward position. He provided a little bit of deep, but not too much offense, which sucked, but it happens. Victor Wembanyama ended up having a decent night. 34 minutes, he had 25 points. He went 8 of 17. The problem was he went 1 of 7 from 3. Couldn't really make none of them out there, even if they gave him some space and some room. He couldn't make them pay for it. He did have 13 boards, so he still finished with a double-double. And the other thing he did too much of was turn the ball over. He was making obvious passes, careless passes, and overthinking it a little bit, even when it was easy passes to make. And it just ended up being a mess for him in this one. 2 assists, 4 blocks. The 4 blocks was the max on the team, which was good. 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, and was a minus 15 and plus minus. De'Aaron Fox, you know he can play, but he didn't score that well in this one either. He went 3 of 10 from the field, 1 of 6 from 3. A lot of jump shots in here for De'Aaron Fox, and it just didn't work out his way. And this one, he did have 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, and he was a minus 14. And plus minus, his playmaking really helped the team out, but they needed some of that scoring too, and he couldn't really provide that tonight. Devin Vassell, he got some nice threes to fall, but he couldn't keep it up. He went 3 of 9 from 3 by the end of the game. The thing about it is he did still finish 7 of 14 from the field, so it was good that he was able to do some other things besides keep launching threes. And then he also went 1 of 3 from the free throw line. They needed those to go in too, though. He had 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 turnovers, and a steal. He also had 3 offensive boards, 3 personal fouls, and was a minus 2. And plus minus, Stephon Castle, 30 minutes for him. He only had 13 points. He went 5 of 13 from the field, 1 of 3 from the three-point line. He even didn't make a lot of his free throws. He finished 2 of 4 from the free throw line. But he did get 4 rebounds, 4 assists, no turnovers, and a steal. He had 2 offensive boards, 3 personal fouls. It was a minus 5. And plus minus, we look at it and say he didn't score the ball that great or that bad, but we needed somebody to have a bigger game with Wemby, and nobody really gave it to you in the starting lineup or off the bench. They just underperformed as a team, honestly, in this one. Harrison Barnes played 17 minutes, but he only gave you 3 because he made a 3, then he missed his 2-pointer. He did have 2 assists, 2 turnovers, and a steal. No personal fouls, and was a minus 14 and plus minus. Kelly Olynyk, 4 minutes, 5 points, because he ended up making a shot by the basket and a shot from 3. He did have no turnovers, no personal foul, was a minus 3 and plus minus with those 5 points. Lindy Waters played 4 minutes. He did get a turnover, and that was it, besides being a minus 3 and plus minus. Keldon Johnson, he finished the layup by the basket and got to the free throw line and went 1 of 2 from the free throw line, but he went 0 of 2 from 3 and then he finished 1 of 4 from the field. But he still got 3 rebounds and a turnover. 3 personal fouls in 17 minutes is a lot, but he also got 1 offensive rebound, was a -9 and plus minus. Carter Bryant, 4 minutes, he missed his only field goal, which was a three, but he did have 1 rebound, no turnovers, 1 personal foul. It was a -3 and plus minus. Big Mac, Bismack Biombo, 4 minutes for him. He didn't do anything at all, but finished as a -3 and plus minus. Big Net, Luke Cornett got to the free throw line, made both of them. He finished 1 of 1 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line for 2 points. He also had 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and 3 turnovers. He also had 1 offensive board, 2 personal fouls, and was a -10 and plus minus. Jordan McLaughlin, 4 minutes. He had 2 points. He went 1 of 2 from the field. He missed his only three, but he did have 2 assists, 1 turnover, no personal fouls, and was a -3 and plus minus. And then Dylan Harper, he came in to score. He did, but he went 3 of 7 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, and gave you 4 assists with 3 steals. And he also gave you 3 boards and 2 turnovers. Did a whole lot for the team tonight on both ends of the court, but you still want his defense to be better, and you still want him to score, and take better shots without turning the ball over so much in 22 minutes. He did have 3 personal fouls and had 1 offensive rebound. It was a -21 and plus minus. And then you look at the New York Knicks. Every starter for them scored in double figures in points. They all got rebounds. They all got assists. They all played a little bit of defense or more. Had a big impact on defense was guys like OG, who had a nasty block in this game. He played 35 minutes and had 12 points. He went 4 of 11 from the field, 2 of 5 from three. He also grabbed 5 boards, had 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 steal, and a block. He also had 1 personal foul, 2 offensive boards, and a plus 16 is what he finished in plus minus. Didn't just get hooked up on the threes. He attacked the basket. He tried to make the right play, even if it was just moving off the ball, and also moving the ball when he had it, even if it didn't lead to an assist. Karl-Anthony Towns, 28 minutes, 12 points. He went 5 of 9 from the field. He missed his only three. He went 2 of 3 from the free throw line and had 14 rebounds. That's a double-double, and you're just happy that he was able to give you that and didn't miss too many shots or take too many crazy ones. And the fact that he didn't foul out. He had 4 personal fouls only in this one. 1 assist, 4 turnovers, though, and a steal. And he was a +7 and plus minus. Josh Hart, he was able to get some good looks. It's just he didn't make them at a great rate. He only went 4 of 14 from the field, 1 of 6 from three. He even went 1 of 2 from the free throw line. But even then, he had 10 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists. In 30 minutes, he also had 1 turnover and a steal, 3 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and was a 0 and plus minus. His activity, his hustle, his fight is what really helped this team out. And then always making the right pass to guys that he knows is open or going to be open helps their confidence to want to score or take a shot. Mikal Bridges, 33 minutes, 25 points, 10 of 17 from the field, 5 of 9 from three. 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 5 steals. 5 steals was the most in the game, and we know that Mikal Bridges can do that, and he did a great job of that in this game. 2 offensive boards, 5 personal fouls, and a +21 and plus minus. He went 10 of 17 from the field, so a lot of threes and a lot of pull-up jump shots. He had the space, he had the room, and he was able to just be in the right areas at the right time. And he was able to knock down a lot of shots that was open. Jalen Brunson, he was working for his, and sometimes he was able to get some good looks. And he finished with 24, though. In 32 minutes, he went 7 of 16 from the field, 4 of 7 from three, and 6 of 7 from the free throw line. He really put a lot of pressure on the Spurs because he just kept coming at them and kept trying to score. Whether if they made a small mistake or a miscommunication, he was making them pay for it all night. 4 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 turnovers, 4 personal fouls, and a +6 and plus minus. You give him anything, he is going to exploit it and make it into a possible basket, even if he has to get to the free throw line to do it. Jeremy Shohan, 2 minutes, he scored 1 point because he went 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 1 rebound, no turnovers, and the rebound was offensive, no personal fouls, and a +2 and plus minus. Muhammad ended up going 4 of 13 from three, and then he made a basket from the 2-pointer range. He went 5 of 14 from the field, 4 rebounds, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 personal foul, and a plus 18 and plus minus. Didn't shoot the greatest from three, but at that point they was already looking at like the game is over. The Spurs can't score enough to get back in this game, so they said just let it fly. He open, he got good looks. He didn't make a lot of them, but he made enough of them to let them know that we got to pay attention to this guy. We got to guard this guy, and it ended up being still a thing that helped the Knicks offense flow a little better because of that. Then Mitchell Robinson was able to get 4 points because he went 2 of 2 from the field, finished around the rim and got an alley oop to go his way. But he did go over 3 from the free throw line. He grabbed 5 boards off the bench. He also had 2 turnovers, 1 steal, and 1 block, 2 offensive rebounds, 1 personal foul, and was a plus 10 and plus minus. And then Ariel played 2 minutes, but he still scored because he had scored 1 by the basket. He did have 2 rebounds, no turnovers, 1 offensive rebound, 0 personal foul, was a plus 2 and plus minus. Landry Shamet, 25 minutes. That was the most off the bench. You know, he wants to shoot threes. He went 1 of 5 from 3%. I could score some 2 pointers too, but he still finished 3 of 8 from the field because he went 1 of 5 from 3. But he still got 7 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists, no turnovers, 2 steals, no personal fouls, and was a plus 19 and plus minus. Jose Alvarado, 17 minutes. He had 3 points. He shot 1 of 4 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He still gave you 3 rebounds and 5 assists. The 5 assists ended up being the most off the bench, which was good, showing that he can run the offense and still score, which he has been doing his whole career. It's just a new place and new teammates, new system, and he's fitting in decently. No turnovers, a steal, 1 offensive board, 1 personal foul, and a plus 20 and plus minus. And Kevin McCullough Jr., he missed his only shot, so he finished with no points. And he didn't do anything else but finish as a plus 2 and plus minus. And then Tyler Kolek got off the bench. He played 2 minutes as well. He picked up an assist, but that was it. Besides being a plus 2 and plus minus, 44% from the field for the Knicks. The Spurs shot 42, 35% from 3 for the Knicks, 26 for the Spurs, 58% from the free throw line for the Knicks, 73 for the Spurs. They took 3 more free throws, but the Knicks had 54 rebounds, while the Spurs only had 41. 27 assists for the Knicks, 25 for the Spurs, 13 turnovers for the Knicks, 22 for the Spurs, 13 steals for the Knicks, 7 for the Spurs, 3 blocks for the Knicks, 5 for the Spurs, 18 offensive rebounds for the Knicks, 10 for the Spurs, 36 defensive for the Knicks, 31 for the Spurs, 19 personal fouls for the Knicks, 21 for the Spurs. And you just have to be happy with the Knicks that they was able to get this win and they was able to play their game and dominate a team like the Spurs, who has been one of the best teams in the league, basically from the start to all the way to halfway plus point of the season. They're a great defensive team. They didn't have no trouble scoring on them. They didn't have no trouble getting the shots that they wanted. They didn't have no trouble really defending them. And on top of that, they made the Spurs make a lot of mistakes in this one, and they also forced them to make mistakes too. Like they turned the ball over way too much, and they just couldn't make the open looks. And even if they did, they couldn't stop or slow down the Knicks anyway offensively. So this was a game that was meant for the Knicks to win. And the Knicks really just play well against the Spurs anyway. They've been having a lot of success against them this season because they ended up beating them in the cup. And they ended up beating them in a dominant fashion tonight. So, it just teams can fit well against you. They can play well against you. They have guys that are tough for you. And if you don't make the adjustments or counter, they can walk all over you. And that's what the Knicks did tonight against the San Antonio Spurs. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell to get that analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.